And now we move to West Asia, where Israel's army chief Herzi Halevi has announced his resignation.
And this is after taking responsibility for the massive security lapse which took place on the 7th of October 2023. Halevi will resign on the 6th of March over the military's failure in protecting Israeli citizens during the Hamas attack that sparked the war.
On the first day of the war, in the General Staff assessment of the situation, I took the responsibility loud and clear. My responsibility for the IDF's failure to protect the citizens on Simchat, Torah 5774. I did the same publicly on the 6th day of the war. The IDF's main mission is to protect the citizens of the country. We failed in that. I have carried the results of that terrible day with me ever since, and I will carry them with me for the rest of my life.
Halevi said he will complete the Israeli Defense Forces inquiries into the attack and strengthen the IDF's readiness for security challenges. He further said he is leaving at a time of significant successes for the military, but added that the army will continue to fight to further dismantle Hamas, ensure the return of the hostages, and enable displaced Israelis to return home.
A successor is yet to be named. Defense Minister Israel Katz has said that he would meet with potential successors in the coming days. Now, Major General Yaron Finkelman, the head of Israel's Southern Military Command, which is responsible for Gaza, has also resigned. Israeli opposition leader Yair Lapid has praised Halevi for stepping down, and he has called on Prime Minister Netanyahu to follow suit, saying it is time for the government to take responsibility and resign.
Meanwhile, Israelis are also welcoming the news while urging Netanyahu and his government to resign as well. And despite public anger over the attack, Netanyahu's government has resisted calls to open a state inquiry into its own responsibility for the security breach.
I think the resigning of the chief of staff is very good. It should have happened long ago, and the next one should be the Netanyahu and the government. They should take responsibility like the army did. The tweets.
Meanwhile, the Israeli military has launched an operation in Jenin in the West Bank, and Netanyahu has said that this is aimed at eradicating terrorism in the area and that it is part of a broader strategy to counter Iran. The Palestinian Health Ministry says the operation has killed 10 people and it has come amid a ceasefire in place between Israel and Hamas in the Gaza Strip. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres has called for maximum restraint from security forces and said that he remains deeply concerned about the violence in the West Bank.
Meanwhile, in Tel Aviv, a man allegedly stabbed and wounded 4 people before being shot dead. Police has identified the attacker as a 28-year-old foreign national who was shot by security forces. The stabbing happened in a bustling nightlife spot of Israel's commercial capital, and police said a terrorist with a knife started stabbing people on the street, wounding 4 civilians.